Welcome everyone to Talking with a Professional. Today I'm here with Libby Ernst from Real Choice Finance to discuss the changes in lending ability that we've seen over the last 12 months or so. So Libby, first question, what changes have you seen in people's ability to finance properties with the rising interest rates?
The biggest change we're seeing is they have increased the assessment rate by up to 3%, so 3% on top of what the actual current rate is, which is meaning that with the rate rises that we've been going through, it's gone up to basically anywhere between 8 and 10%. It needs to be able to service on, and that's a massive change because in COVID it was increased to a 2%, so that's a whole 1% hike just since COVID times, and prior to that it was anywhere between 1.5 and 2%, which makes quite a difference in the ability to borrow and the capacity to borrow. So that would probably be the biggest change that we have seen, and obviously what everyone knows is the rates that have been rising, and hopefully that the RBA starts being a little bit nicer to everyone and we can calm down a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's great. And obviously there's been some changes to investment lending as well. What sort of changes have you seen in that space?
Investment lending has changed majorly over the last couple of years, and the way it's changed is basically the way that they assess it. When it comes to buying an investment property, once upon a time when they would service it, they would take 80% of the investment income to cover as an income, and then the other 20% they would utilise as the payments for the expenses on the property. But now they actually still only take 80% of the income, but they also take into fact that the expenses for the likes of rates and water and all of those expenses, property expenses with your property rental person. And so realistically they're sort of double dipping on it depending on your rental yield.
Yeah, so it's quite limiting in
So your income is a lot lower, your expenses are higher, it tightens up that ability to borrow.
Yeah, okay. And as the landscape continues to change, has there been anything that you think is going to change over the next 12 months or?
That one's a really hard one. I can only speak of what we hope will happen, because obviously even 6 months ago there was talk that the RBA wasn't going to increase anymore, and they did. So the changes that we would like to see is that the assessment rates of 3% come back down to around that 2%. Realistically, we want to see it revert back to prior to COVID times when we saw some really awesome rates that we've never seen before, and made a massive difference to the ability to borrow, but it also affected the economy. So we'd like to see, rates come back to, in the owner-occ space, anywhere between the, the mid-3s to the high 4s, and with your investment back down to the, that 4%, 5% area. And I think that will make a massive difference, just to go back to what it was, which was an easy, comfortable level, instead of this go all the way down and all the way back up.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers it. I appreciate your time and thank you very much, and I'm sure if any questions, Libby and the team are happy to help.
Most certainly, and I might just add to that caveat with our team, just let everyone know, I'm actually in the process of finishing my PIPA investment course, because I am pretty passionate in this industry and I want to see people build wealth through property. So in 6 to 12 months time I'll actually be able to give a little bit more information in the investment side, both from the lending perspective and the purchasing perspective.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. All right, well thank you very much.
Thank you.